All right, well, welcome to the Success Team call for November. It's shocking that we're already in November the 1st, 2022. Thank you very much for everybody who has joined us on the call and for the guests who may be here as well. We are just wanting you to know that this is going to be a special night where you're going to hear some great testimonials and hear from some very experienced Lifewave brand partners, and we hope that you go away with some great tidbits to implement into your business and into your life. So we just want to say again a warm welcome, and remember that we meet the first Tuesday of every month, and so I'll mention this again later, but we'll be meeting the first Tuesday of December, which will be December the 6th. So if you'd like to jot that down or put that into your calendar, we'll be getting a link and a reminder, but December the 6th, we'll be meeting again at the same time, same place, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So thanks again. We're going to turn it over to Pete to say a little welcome. He just got back from Belize, and of course, we're going to have some great speakers here tonight. So hold on to your hats. I think it's going to be a good one. Over to you, Pete.
Well, thank you so much, Judy, and greetings to everyone from Playa del Carmen, Mexico. Hannah and I literally just got back 20 minutes ago from Belize, Central America. So it's we've been on the road, but always great to be back home. And I personally want to just thank Judy Friesen. I mean, what a dynamic individual, as always. And you know, Judy, I'm not sure if I'm allowed or I should share the news about Canada Thursday. Why don't you do it, Judy? This is so special. You're just sharing this with me, and you're going to be.
I just got a call about an hour ago from Garrett Johnson, who is a fairly senior person in Lifewave. I don't know his exact title, but he called and asked if I would be the presenter of the Canadian Opportunity Call on Thursday evening. It's at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it's a call that you can bring your guests to, and it's all about to support Canadians and to share about Lifewave's Icewave and the Alavita Trio. So that's going to be the focus. It's every Thursday, actually, but this Thursday, I have the honor, I can't believe that Garrett asked me, but I have the honor of being the presenter. So I'm busy getting ready with getting to know these 58 slides so I can whip through those slides in the 30 minutes that I've been given. So I'm on the warpath to get this right and get this done, and I'm going to practice, and I hope to see you all there.
That's so exciting, Judy, and my comment, if you'll recall, to you was it's amazing that corporate is actually recognizing the incredible leadership talent that you have, and I've known it all along, and corporate's getting to know it, or they wouldn't have asked you to be a presenter on the Thursday night Canadian call. So congratulations to you, Judy, and I know you're excited. Your trip to Israel coming up here around the corner. You won't be with us on December 6th, next Tuesday Success Team webinar, December 6th. So you're going to have a great time down in Israel traveling and being the world traveler that you have been here lately. So that's awesome. Congratulations for all you do, Judy. And
well, thanks, Pete. And I should also say, not only am I a world traveler going to Israel, and I hope to open up a leg of some Israel people perhaps when I'm down there with Lifewave, but I'm also leaving for Brazil this Friday. Sao Paulo.
Wow.
So,
Brazil. That's
you know what? I haven't even been putting my suitcase away in the cupboard anymore. I just leave it out and I just keep repacking.
That's the beauty of being self-employed and being a network marketer and being able to do your business wherever on earth you may decide to hang your hat. So congratulations. And Judy, just curious, your thing shows Kai Jacobson underneath there instead of Judy. Is that a setting or something, or what are we on? Just let you know, you don't have to comment on it. Ah, there we go. Now it says Judy. Just wondering.
That's because Judy's packing.
Ah, she's packing.
She's dangerous. I think she might be a spy.
Ah,
International spy.
Probably roaming and putting patches on everybody as she spies.
Patching everybody.
Beautiful. I love it. So we have the honor and the privilege, as always, of having my business partner, my sponsor, incredible friend, Kai Jacobson, on the call here tonight. And of course, one of our dynamic directors here, Erwin and Jocelyn from Winnipeg, Manitoba, are on the call. They were on Robin and Gregory's last Live Younger call, and I really enjoyed their testimony. I enjoyed hearing it firsthand from them. And also just a real quick announcement. We had Peter Langelier here from Playa del Carmen, a director here, scheduled to do a call. He's messaged me on the side. Their power is out in their complex here, so he's unable to get on the internet. He had a couple of people there that were going to be joining him from the same location, but he will unfortunately not be with us due to their power outage. We've got a thunderstorm moving through Playa here, so I guess it affects parts of the city. We're okay, but his area is out, so he most likely won't make it on the call. But welcome everybody else and those that are listening via the recording. Just again, want to welcome you. My name, of course, is Pete Redicup, together with Hannah, who's on here on Playa. We're just real thrilled to be sharing the Lifewave message with you. And it doesn't matter where we are, even just coming back from Belize, Central America. We had friends of ours from Whistler, Manitoba, Canada, just arrived here and they wanted to ride to Belize. So we said, yes, they're in Lifewave as well. They love the patches and even bought some X49 from us to give it a try for his wife. And we're always sharing the message of Lifewave. And that's the key to being successful. That's the key to really building any business is A, use the product yourself, and B, daily method of operation. Continuously share the product, the business, wherever you go. Now, that's not anything that a seasoned veteran network marketer does not know, but sometimes it's nice for people to hear that message again. And I often share the message of the 3-foot rule. Even in the real world, if you come within 3 feet of me, there's no way I'm not going to be sharing something with you about Lifewave, the patches, the business, and wait for a response and see what people do. And I think Wilmer and I had that conversation just this last week. And Wilmer is, and his wife Lisa, they're from Barnwell, Alberta. I stayed at their place recently for several days, and what a wonderful couple as well. And maybe we'll fill in instead of Peter on the call here tonight. Maybe we'll ask Wilmer to share a little testimony. He loves ice waves. So, but I want to open it up first of all to my wonderful friend and business partner, Kai Jacobson from Puerto Rico. He's been quite the world traveler as of recently as well, all over visiting and conducting business. And Kai, welcome to the floor. I'd love for you to share a little bit about Lifewave and about your journeys and what has happened, my friend.
Okay, well, Pete, hi everybody. I'm going to be sometimes getting interrupted to admit people, or Judy, can you admit people while I talk for a while? Good, thank you. So I'm keeping an eye on everybody. You notice my background. The group's getting so big that I decided I had to grow a bunch of feathers that had eyes on them so I could keep track of everything. I like peacocks. I think they're beautiful. I took this picture over on Oahu. It's a beautiful bird. They're such beautiful birds. You know, that it is kind of like, I don't know, I wasn't planning to talk about it, but like when you create a network, when you start getting a bigger network, it's kind of like a peacock opening all its feathers. You know, it's like there's so many, and each dot is almost like another brand partner. And they're really spectacular birds. I think everyone can expand and become like a peacock and have a huge network of people that are associated with you, and it's really an amazing thing. Anyway, it's an odd metaphor, but I was just thinking about it. You know, I know it's really challenging times for a lot of people on the call here because of what's going on in Canada, but you know, sometimes when adversity happens, it's a time to make lemonade. You know, you get a lot of lemons, you got to make lemonade. And I was thinking with Wilmer, you know, I remember so hard on that sign. You know, we were working on that sign for the X39 and you finally got it up, and then all of a sudden all this stuff started happening around Canada. And I was thinking maybe we might need to make a Lifewave one. And I was thinking it'd be a fun one to have like a tire spinning, you know, and it gets flat, it gets a flat tire, and you go, what do you do when you get a flat tire? You patch it. What do you do when you're in pain? You patch it. You know, stop off and get, you know, you could make a little thing of a natural analogy for flat tires. You know, you patch it. And that's the same thing. We patch it when we have things that happen, we want to patch it to get back on track, to get the traction in our lives. And it's just a kind of a little fun metaphor for maybe one of your digital billboards. It could be an interesting little thing. I love the one you did for the X39. You know, I don't have any magic thing to say. The one thing that I would want to say is that I have been talking a lot with Lori Berger, who's actually Canadian, and she's kind of the head of our company now for the business side of the business. You know, David's doing the inventing and the product, and of course he oversees everything, and he's a very smart man. But he's delegating more now, which is really good. It's so powerful that he feels safe enough with Lori, because she's, you know, she helped a couple companies, really big ones like Young Living and another one, you know, cross over the $1 billion mark, you know, and that's why she's here, is to take us to a multi-billion-dollar company. We're, you know, we're almost, you know, over a third of the way there, which is long, you know, it's pretty incredible. And I have just been so impressed with how much she really cares about what's going on in Canada and all these problems. And she's talked to me quite extensively yesterday. I've spent a lot of time about her commitment to making sure that things work. You know, that it's not 100% guaranteed, because they can't program everything. It's going to have to be going in and do each individual person and try to get their position correct. But she said that their intention is to not erase any points during this time. So, you know, I would not worry about your points getting erased. If they do, call customer service and they will do something to help you. So if something happens, because as I said, programmatically, they can't go do it just on random sites here and there, because there's hundreds of thousands of distributors. So they've got to go get each individual person in Canada. And so anybody who's definitely, you know, a manager or director or senior director, they're going to really try to help you hold your rank and help you not get your points erased. And even just regular people that aren't at those ranks, they're going to try to not erase points and things like that, and do everything they can do. And they've hired the best attorneys they can for Health Canada. I mean, she said that, you know, they're sparing no money and effort in doing the very best law firm they can get. But Health Canada has gotten way more difficult than it was, and it was really bad before. And like now they can't even talk to them directly. They can't write a letter or call them or have a conversation. They have to go through an intermediary. They have to go through a law firm, and they've hired the most prestigious one that has the most ability to have communication, but they slow it way down. Everything is like 2 weeks between any email communicated, even from the law firm, getting a response over every little step of the way. And they're doing whatever they can, and they will succeed with this, but it will take some time. But they're going to do everything from the company side that they can to make it as least painful as they can for all the distributors. And I've never seen a company step up like this, especially one that's in 70 countries. They usually just kind of go, well, you know, that's that country. It's not, you know, it really is the country creating the problem. And, you know, we just can't spend all our resources trying to figure out this small market. Right now, it's a small market in Lifewave. It's not like Japan or the United States or what's going on in Thailand, you know, but they care about it. That's the thing, is I feel like they really have a heart, and they have really good skill levels. I mean, they're really smart, and they're doing everything they can. And I've never been with an ML company that has this level of care and support. And that means everything to me. You know, that means so much. I've been in a lot of companies, and I've been in this business for 45 years. I know it's not the greatest situation. What I told Judy was, it's a great time to go on vacation. And she's packing now. She's packing. And, you know, it's a great time it's winter in Canada. It might be a good time to spend some time in a warmer part of the world and build your business. you know, and write it all off as a tax write-off because you had to go do that. You know, so it could be turned into lemonade. It's not easy or doable for everybody to do that, but you can reach through social media and through the phone and lots of different ways to build your business even internationally from home, you know, so even from Canada. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share, Pete.
Well, thank you so much, Kai. Always words of wisdom from you, my friend. And you know what? Kai's got it right. You know, for all of us that are here, and whether you're Canadian or you're not Canadian, you want to go build internationally. I mean, it's so amazing. And I know Erwin and Jocelyn have done this already. They were recently in the Philippines and they were out there building their business, and they're back in Manitoba, Canada, building their business there. It's so wise. And I can share from experience, 30 years plus full-time in network marketing. I've had my share of run-ins with Health Canada, and I'm not going to go bad-mouthing them on a call here tonight, but one thing I do want to share is I've had plenty of experience of dealing with them, previous natural health company that I've been with, and how they work and how they operate. And I know Lifewave is handling this. Lori Berger at the helm. We're in really, really good hands, guys. And they're going to do everything in their power to overcome this and to make this easier. And I can share with you tonight that we're not the only company affected by this. So there's a company called LifeVantage. I mean, it's a big company too. They're into some real cool health products. I'm not here promoting them. I'm not in the company, but they're into all kinds of liquid collagens and stuff like that, blue and green algae, and all kinds of different things that they do. And they've been around a long time. They're affected by this big time too. They're also with the NFR, and I think they've got the exact same scenario happening to them that's happening to Lifewave. Melaleuca is another company that's completely affected by this as well. And Melaleuca has been around for a very, very, very long time. So they're being affected by this as well. So it's not isolated to where it's just Lifewave, even though we've had some life-changing things happen in Lifewave, and there've been plenty of testimonies out there on social media of people getting all kinds of incredible results with the patches. And anytime Health Canada notices these things, you know what, it draws attention. And when there's attention and there's growth, and the 10x growth that Lifewave had during the course since the pandemic started in 2020, I mean, that draws a lot of attention. You have people coming out publicly and sharing their stories. Nothing wrong with sharing your story. But when they're saying things that maybe they're getting too in depth with a medical condition or naming disease names, and that's a big no-no when it comes to Health Canada. They take very special interest in that, and they try to make an example of these companies. So I'm not going to elaborate any further on that topic. All I'm going to say is we're in good hands, and we will just wait. And we've got great leadership at the helm here. I know Kai and Robin and Gregory have been working around the clock with corporate as well. And I just know what Kai has been up to, and you'll be real pleased when you find out how he's been able to negotiate some things with corporate, so points won't be flushed and people won't be affected until the time that this does get resolved. And for those of you that are not Canadian on the call, I'm gonna apologize for just going into this a bit, because it doesn't affect Mexico, it doesn't affect the United States, it doesn't affect anybody from the Philippines or any other country. It's just Canada right now. And I know the bulk of you are Canadian on the webinar today. That's why I'm going a little deeper into that topic tonight. But what a great opportunity, as Kai mentioned, and I've talked to this with many of you, that it's a great time to start planting seeds in other countries, just the same way my friend Santos Panacci does here in Puerto Morelos. He's from Australia. He lives down here, the next town over. It's Puerto Morelos. And he's got a very international team. I mean, he's got people down in Thailand. He's got people in Australia, UK, Israel. I mean, just everywhere, all over the map. You know, Sean Parente, he's not with us tonight. He's normally on the call as well from Vancouver Island. He's one of his managers, and he's got managers down in the United States, and just people all over the place that are really excited about the technology, and because they've experienced it based on his recommendation. Now, he is very influential. He has millions of followers around the world. You may not have millions of followers, but every great thing and every great idea has to start with the first motion and the first contact that you make overseas. And maybe you want to build a team in Israel. I mean, what a great opportunity. Just the other day, I was talking to someone that was asking, well, are you in Portugal? And we went to the drop-down menu. Yeah, we are in Portugal. They had contacts in Portugal and they wanted to go build in Portugal. So absolutely, what a phenomenal idea. Find out where leaders are that are in companies that maybe where things aren't going well. And I know Kai is the master at that. I mean, he's done plenty of that.
One thing, Pete, one thing to share with you, when I was at the convention this year, there was a woman from Romania. I think we're in Romania, and they're really broke, and it's a really struggling place. Well, she fell in love with the product, the concept, and everything. And she went, I think she's a senior presidential director now, like super quick. And she built internationally. No one in Romania could afford it. You know, it's a very poor country. And so when, you know, thinking globally, having income come from all different places, even if you're in a really difficult place, which Canada is right now, allows you to have buoyancy and take you through hard times that might be happening locally or in a particular country. It's so powerful. And, you know, I remember when I first started doing network marketing almost 45 years ago, we opened up in Australia at the time, and Australia had, it was worth 50 cents to a dollar. Like the Australian dollar was only worth 50 cents at that point in time. And it took a long time. Like they didn't have planes going with our products in this one company. It went on a boat because it was a big bottle of liquid, you know, and they had to send it to Australia from America. So you'd buy your product, you wouldn't get it for 3 months. You'd have to wait 3 months before it got there. So people would start their business. And with the tax that they had, it was kind of like the Canadian tax. It was a really big 20 or 17% tax. And the shipping and the 50 cents to the dollar, the bottle that cost $30 in the United States, you know, the quart to drink of the seaweed aloe vera drink it was like landed for over $90 in Australia. So they were having to pay over 3 times the price, and they had to wait 3 months. And they were building faster than any group in the United States. They took off. And they were building all over the place. And they said, well, yeah, it really takes a long time to get here. It's really hard. It's really super expensive and blah, blah, blah. But guess what? We get paid in US dollars. So when we get paid, we get paid 3 times as much as our dollar's worth, or twice as much as our dollar's worth. It was 50 cents to the dollar. And their group exploded in the most harsh conditions. So sometimes that can create a sense of success by having to go outside of your comfort zone and do new things and explore. How can I reach people? Like one of the greatest sentences you can ever write, you know, when you start commuting on social media, it's like, you have to connect with a person first. You can't just like vomit on them and kind of, you know, pitch them on your thing. You connect a bit, but, you know, you kind of get in groups where you meet people of kindred spirits, you know, things that you like, and maybe entrepreneurial people, connect for a little bit. And then you might say, you know, my company is in your country, but very little is happening. And I'm looking for some leaders over there. I would like to help you become a leader over there. You know, we really need some leadership in XYZ countries, 70 countries. Go look at the drop down. And you know, you could start creating relationships like that from anywhere in the world. Anyway, just Pete, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but that thought really came up for me and wanted to share that.
No, never be sorry. That was a great conversation there, and we're on that topic. And it takes me right back to 2020, Kai, when you and I were starting to, when I was starting to build my business. And where did I have contacts? Well, they were overseas, right? They were in multiple countries, and we started building in Africa. And we, of course, met this lovely lady, Celestina. She's still in our success team group, and she wants to actually come to Mexico and move down here because she can't build a business anymore in Nigeria. But we built a senior director down there, and so quick, it was just mind-bending at how quickly we developed a senior director. And they were so excited about the patch, even though COVID and the supply chains and what was happening there didn't allow for Lifewave to continue in that market. she wants to actually move over here and do Lifewave. I mean, if that doesn't tell you something. That doesn't tell you that this is a great product, that people are actually willing to make a move because of a company to another country, because they can't do the company over there, but they can represent the patches over here and build a thriving business. I mean, that's something pretty powerful, that statement alone. So we've got a lot of stuff to cover here tonight, and we're going on here a little bit, just sharing about the Canadian thing. But I had asked Erwin and Jocelyn to come on tonight and just share their story a little bit. And I know Peter Langlayer is not here tonight, so I'm going to turn it over to Erwin and Jocelyn from Winnipeg, Manitoba. They're such a dynamic couple. I had the privilege of meeting them in Morden, Manitoba during the Corn and Apple Festival, which is always the first full weekend in August. And they drove out from Winnipeg, and we had a great time meeting for the first time, connecting, and they're just on the move and building. So Erwin and Jocelyn, please share with us what you guys do, your passion, and how you continue to thrive.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Yeah, nice to meet you, Pete, last summer, and Judy and Kai Jacobson at the convention. Is very important, you know, and to see everybody there. And that was a good experience for 4 days. So it's really good.
Yes, yeah, it was very inspiring to meet all of you. We thank you, Kai, Judy, and Pete. Thank you so much for having us here. And really, Pete, thank you so much for giving Kai, for giving us nice words to Kai, and that's why we met with Kai at the convention. So it really it was really touching for us that we were recognized, our potential was recognized, and so that's why we're here wherever we are right now. So thank you so much.
Well, you're very welcome, Erwin and Jocelyn, and I see the leadership that you guys have created and are building, and maybe you want to take just a quick moment and just share with us a little bit. What are some of your strategies of working internationally? Obviously, right now you're kind of stuck in Canada, as we all are in Canada, working and building it. Maybe you could just elaborate a little bit and share a little bit of how you continue to work, maybe in the Philippines or other areas that you have created some teams. Maybe share a few tips with all of us here, if you wouldn't mind.
Actually, yeah. Actually, here in Winnipeg, we just finished our event last Friday. So we showcased the Ice Wave and Alavida. So, and yeah, some of our director and manager was there. So yeah, so I asked them if there's, because of the Canadian issue right now, you know, I told them that, you know, we can build outside the country, like the Philippines. So it's that's what we're doing right now, especially when we went to the Philippines. Well, for me, I opened my eyes, you know, there's a lot of, you know, good people. And, you know, we went to the company, we went there, warm welcome, all the SPD and the directors and stuff like that. So, and we went to Iloilo, and actually for that 3 weeks, we were like, you know, strictly like Lifewave business, nonstop. So me and Jocelyn and my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law was there, my brother-in-law, we are like, you know, all over Iloilo, Manila. And for me, you know, I like to connect wherever I go, like, you know, even in the jeepney and hotel, I'm always like, you know, like to connect, try to open a conversation about our technology, because, you know, make sure the thing that you have, make sure you always have Ice Wave, because it's so powerful. Make sure you have extra patch and stuff like that, and make sure you have your Alavida, and then you have your calling card. But even though if you have a calling card, you have to get their number so you can follow up. And that's, if I need some help about medical side, I asked Jocelyn, my sister-in-law, because my brother-in-law is a nurse. So, you know, that's why I'm always the connector to start the conversation. I'm the one who's always checking the place, what's out there, how to connect. and I go around and I talk to people, and then I go keep an eye on Jocelyn. If I need help, I just give her a good look, and I said I need some help. So to finish up, if I can't finish it, she will help me, my in-law and my sister-in-law. So that's how I connect, because this amazing product is and you have to listen what's their needs, like especially on like pain, and what's their lifestyle. Sometimes, I need financially, I need my health, my mom is not feeling good. So that's how I connect with people. And of course, Jocelyn is always beside me if I need a hand. So that's why we connect each other. So
we complete the circle. That's why we call each other. Yeah. So Erwin is my connector, and he connects everybody to me, and I sort of like do the closing for us. But it's not just us. It's about really working together with our team. We have our team in the Philippines as well. We have leaders there that we are thankful for helping us, and they also complete our circle. So it's not just us here in Canada, but and we have a great opportunity to meet with them and really work hard. It wasn't just about like when we went to the Philippines a few months ago, but we've been working together with the Philippine group since like over 2 years ago. So so we've kind of like known each other already. We went ups and downs, but we are getting stronger together. So we're thankful for them. But what I really want to say is that, we just saw the potential of the products and the technology. It's not just the product. We know we have restrictions here in Canada, but it's not all about the other products as well. Like we have to be thankful still here in Canada that we do have at least 2 of the powerful patches. It's not about just like stem cell activator. It's also about the technology, which is photobiomodulation. Like photobiomodulation is very powerful itself. It helps with a wound healing. That we don't need to have X39 to have wound healing. Photobiomodulation does, in which like that is our technology. And also like with Alavida, despite the fact that we market it as skin health, but it has a lot of clinical studies that we have that David Smith and Lifewave did, that it helps with our hormone balancing. So we have that. So we are thankful for that. It's just that we have to be careful in how we market it here because of the restrictions, right? So we are marketing it as a skin health, but we have to remember we do have some hormone balancing. It affects 7 different organs in our body, and that's with the clinical studies that David Smith did. I just want to also, I just want to encourage Canadians as well, because I'm just going to read this because this is a quote. Pain is one of the most common reasons for Canadians to seek healthcare, with 1 out of every 5 adults in Canada experiencing chronic pain. That's 1 out of 5. How many Canadians are there? So we have IceWave. It was like IceWave is so powerful. In less than a minute, you see like an acute relief of pain. And we have that, so we are marketing it, and pain doesn't have boundaries, doesn't have, it doesn't choose age, it doesn't choose sex or your status in life. Everybody gets pain. And so we can market even just with IceWave, right? And also with marketing globally, everybody knows somebody from the States, from Europe, from the Philippines. And that's how we expanded our business, like with my sister knowing somebody from Ireland, from Japan, and so on. So we do have people globally as well, and the Philippines. So we know of somebody who knows somebody. right? So that is our motivation, and we love our team. We support our team. We encourage our team. So thank you so much again for our leaders, Kai, Pete, thank you so much, Judy, Gregory, and Robin, thank you so much, and Coach Clarissa, thank you so much for introducing this to us.
And
Thank you, everyone.
And I just want to add something. Yeah, thanks to my manager in Vancouver, Kuya Rolando, and all the directors I have. We're not going to be here without them. And yeah, and now, like, you know, we having top time right now in Health Canada. So now, you know, we're like, how many guys we have here? We have about 4 or 5. So now I'm promoting Alavida, because one of my director in the Philippines, they want me to promote Alavida. So not only the girls to look beautiful, but the guys too. We have to take care of our skin and to look younger. So that's the main thing for me. So thank you. Thank you so much for your support. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Erwin and Jocelyn, for your testimony tonight. And one of the things that I really love that you said, Erwin, was the fact that you've got a card there, and that you are actually not just handing out a card to someone, that you're actually getting the contact information of the person. Because you see, I used to do a lot of that. I just give a card out, and I'd wait for the phone to ring. And I learned very quickly that if you're not in control and you don't have that person's number, and a really cool tip there is something that you said, you try to get them, obviously you use the InTouch app, right? And you get their contact information, get them to enter it, or you enter it right there on the spot, scanning their QR code from WhatsApp or Telegram, and then asking permission marketing, as Kai always calls it, and asking permission to send a 3-minute video or a 2-minute what is phototherapy video. And a tip that I've shared in the past is pick a time slot in that video and say, I'm going to send you a 2-minute and 12-second video. Watch what happens at 1 minute and 36 seconds. Your jaw will hit the floor. And you can do that with any video that you share with a person. And I've shared this technique in the past. If you do that with Icewave, you find a really good Icewave video that you like, or Alvida, as you mentioned, Jocelyn, and you find a really cool video that you like, and there's a takeaway moment right at a certain level in the video, whether it's, I usually pick an aha moment towards the end of the video because I want to keep them watching the video. And I say, I'm going to send you a 5-minute video, but watch what happens at 4 minutes and 12 seconds. It's incredible. It's a jaw-dropping moment. You type that to them. See, now they cannot not watch the video. They have to go watch it now because of this additional seed that you planted. It's called a subliminal message in the mind. And it's going to gnaw at them. And it's like, did you get the 4-minute and 12-second mark? Or did you get the 1 minute and 36-second mark of the video? Did you see what happened? What are your thoughts? What did you like the most about it? You know, asking questions like that, that will get you results far beyond anything else that you do. So try that. That's my challenge to each and every one of you. Try that technique, regardless of what video you're sharing with them, whether it's InTouch or a YouTube video. Pick a moment, pick a time slot in the video and say, wow, watch and see what happens. So tonight, we've also got my wonderful friend, Wilmer Duick, on the call, and he's an Icewave guy all the way. Met him down in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. Him and his wife came out and visited us, and I noticed his pain, and then I think it's his left foot, and he was using Icewave on it, and his story pretty much stayed the same when I was out visiting him in Tabor, Alberta there. And Wilmer, if you could unmute yourself and just real quick 2 minutes, share with us a little bit about how you market Icewave, how Icewave works for you, and how amazing the product is. I'd love to hear from you.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Hey, Pete, thanks for being on the call. I'm glad you actually notified us on the group chat because I'm always busy and I always forget about it. So I was gone all day, but I'm back now. So the Icewave, actually quite amazing what I have experiencing there. I've had quite a few times. I don't use it on a regular basis, but I use X39 and X49 on a regular basis. But periodically, I'll have my left foot now. It used to be my right foot. I have no idea why, but all of a sudden, now my right foot's fine. My left foot is just in absolute aching pain at times, right? So here just the other day, I was in pain again, like pretty bad. My left foot, the back end of my foot, the whole heel is just in severe pain. So I did this again. I'm like, well, hey, here's Icewave. Why am I not using it? But of course, knowing me, I'm always stubborn. I don't do anything about it until I'm in trouble, right? So I put on the Icewave again for the first day, and to me, it's never instant on the foot. But throughout the day, it becomes less and less. But it's not done in one day. When it's that severe, it's not complete in one day. So I do it again the following day, and my foot feels better and better. And then the third day, I thought I put it on, but I didn't. But I thought I had put it on, which was, I believe that was, I forget, was it Sunday or Monday? I can't remember now. And I thought, I'm having some pain again, a little more pain in my foot. Not bad, but a little bit more pain. And I thought, that's strange. I thought I put the Icewave on. And then in the evening, I noticed, oh, I did not put it on. I forgot. So like my foot wasn't healed yet, so to speak, right? So I figured, okay, here we go. I'm just going to keep using it for a while. So I used it Monday and today again. And like my foot is like 95% perfect as far as pain goes. And I was in absolute excruciating pain before. Like it was terrible. It's pretty bad when I have my feet pain. I don't know how come it switched from my right foot to my left foot like a month or 2 months ago, maybe. I don't understand that, but that's what happened. And so that's what I do at Icewave. And I've even put Icewave on both sides and X39 on the bottom. I've actually done that a couple days now. I don't know what that's, I'm just trying different things. But actually, I was going to ask maybe Kai, or I don't know who could answer this question too, is that I'm using X49 because of my heart condition. And I'm using it right in the middle between, where that soft spot is, or where you can knock yourself out of air. That's where I'm putting it, close to the heart. I don't know if that's the right spot to use it, but that's where I'm using it. And then, of course, X39 on below my belly button. So I'm just committed to do that because I want to do a good trial on these patches, and the Icewave is working amazing. So, of course, this whole Health Canada is a big challenge to me, but some tips were given, so that's awesome. I appreciate that. So anyway, if somebody could answer that question, that'd be great, if that's to confirm that.
Okay, Wilmer. Kai, if you want to answer that here on the call, or we can do that privately, either or. So go ahead, Kai.
Well, really quickly, generally I like wearing it behind the back of my neck on the X39, even if I have a heart issue, because it works systemically on the whole body. But
Okay.
Everyone should follow their intuition. The patches can work more powerfully in certain spots, and they can be different on people. It's fine to put it there. And if you sense that something more is happening and your intuition says that, I think everybody's right. They should go with what they feel, and definitely follow your own truth and your passion. Absolutely.
Okay, because I have no way of proving that that's where I have no.
Doesn't matter. There's no need. There's no right or wrong. It's like what's really, explore it. But when you do experiment, don't just move it around every day.
Right.
Try something for a week, and then give it some time. And then if it's not getting the results, or you want to, your intuition says try some other location, try it. Sometimes you find that magic spot that for you can just open up a whole nother thing, so it's always good to be, investigating and follow your own intuition. Absolutely.
Yeah. So how does this play into, and I know that they've said it before, or Judy has said it, that you can go ahead and use your medications using the patches. And I know that, I get that, but I'm just, I'm finding some, what's the word? Some bad aftermath using medications. So I've actually cut back, actually completely stopped using them for a bit, because I was getting some other results I didn't want. So I'm just curious. And
we have to be really careful about that. I mean, I myself too I do tricate. I think, what do you call it? Tricating, where you do less of some things. And you again follow your own intuition, but we're not doctors and we can't
No, I know.
recommend. I would never tell somebody don't do, if your doctor prescribes something, you want to have your conversations with your doctor and make sure that it lines up with it. We get some great results, and you just have to follow what's true for you, but you always really want to include your doctor in that process.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is something that doesn't work for me. The doctor, he's not working with me on that. So it's I gotta follow my own stuff. I get that, but it's all about my blood pressure and stuff like that I'm dealing with, right? So
Yeah, that's what I work with too, and I
Hey,
found the
Wilmer,
patches to be very helpful for that.
Let's have this conversation in private or on WhatsApp or in chat, and for the sake of time
Yeah.
and recording the call here, let's move on here. I really want to thank you, Wilmer, for sharing your IceWave story, which I'm
I
sure
have another question, Pete.
story.
Pete, I have another question. So just to confirm, those points they're talking about that are not going to be washed away, like that. So that's where we don't make an order every month that we'll still keep our points.
Yeah, that's going to be updated, and it's going to be updated only to the Canadians. So let's reserve that conversation till we have.
It's not going to be in every situation, but as many places as where they're going to be looking at each situation and doing everything they can to help people. And so there's not a guarantee on any of it. They won't be flushing points. If they get flushed, call. But in terms of holding your rank, in some cases they're definitely going to do it, and they don't know how long. But you can always order IceWave and the Alavida trilogy to maintain your status, but some people don't. I did want to bring up something, Pete. These two products that are coming out in a few days. I know they're going to be in the United States. Can you see them?
Yeah, see them.
These are the new two products they gave us at the event. This one's called Shine. Let's see if I can get it in the thing. Can you see that?
Yeah, Shine. Yeah.
Shine. That's for the day. And the Dream is for night. And they're aromatherapy. And these are new inventions of David's that are going to launch in the United States in about 2 weeks. And they're going to be $39 with 30 points, just so you know. And they last forever. They're based on the aromatherapy. I got these in August, and I still haven't used them up. And I've been using them a lot more than normal. And they're incredible. This gives you energy, and people are using them in the gym, and they just tone your whole body. And what I really am excited about it, this came up with Judy when we were talking about, she's going on cruises, and the whole thing about sampling in the company. I love sampling products because they're, it's a great salesman, but like the X39 is $3.50, and you put it on one of those little brochures and you start handing out $5 bills basically, and that gets old after a while. If you give a lot of them out, it gets very expensive. So I love these now because they give you this scent. The scent, when you smell it, it's just like it does something to you. They're really powerful. I'd love to see, there's some right there from people that were that's why you want to go to conventions. I think there's 200 to 300 doses in this one little bottle for $39. So let's say you go on a cruise ship, instead of just giving $3 samples out, this is going to be an incredible lead product, is what I wanted to share. And it's safe because you can just spray it. You're not touching anybody, you're not holding a pill and giving it to somebody and they put it in their mouth. This is COVID kind of time safe because you're not touching anybody. And you can give a sample. You can give a sample and they get an experience with it, just even from the scent. It's kind of a moving thing, and you can feel something from it. And then you could use that as a segue of like, and we have these incredible patches. Those you really have to try for 30 days to 90 days. 90 days is better, and the company has an unconditional guarantee. You can try it risk-free for 30 days. But you can kind of lead people in by giving them a sample of something that won't cost you much. When you spritz them, it's going to cost you a couple cents, 2 cents, 3 or 4 cents. So anyway, just thought I'd share that's coming. That'll be available in Canada in the beginning of next year. I'm sure we're going to be able to get this approved in Canada because it's not going to be an acupressure point type product. It's aroma therapies, which are already approved type of technology. So anyway, I just thought I'd share like another way to build your business is coming really soon. That's going to be very powerful.
Thank you for sharing that, Kai. Very powerful. I've heard all about that product already. So Judy's been sharing, and Erwin and Jocelyn, and they've got their hand up here, I see. And I think Judy has probably something to add to this as well. So Jocelyn, Erwin, your hand is up. Please share.
Yeah, I just want to give a testimonials on that on this one. Anyways, I've been using it during the day, and at first I don't understand why shine and why dream, but as the more I use, especially the shine, I know why it's called the shine, because for me it makes my day full of sunshine. It's that's the effect for me, and that answers the question actually, Janet, because so there are just days that you're not feeling good, you're feeling depressed and gloomy and stuff like that. But this time, every time I use it, sometimes I use it twice a day, and it gives me like it feels like the sun is shining. And same thing with the dream, like in just 10 minutes, you're able to sleep. Very nice sleep. So anyways, yeah. And so we're excited that would be good if it comes here in Canada.
It will.
Beautiful. Thank you for
So where do
sharing.
you apply that?
Just
You
spray
apply it
them.
on your wrist. You put it right here and then smell it for 7 deep breaths. And it
Oh,
goes through your skin, and it's aroma. He talked about pigs. It was pretty funny. He had a whole video up there about how pigs hunt for, I always forget the word.
Truffles.
Truffles, right? They hunt for truffles. And evidently, and I say this wrong too. See, I do really well in business, but I can't even speak. Testosterone, am I saying that correctly? Like this supposedly clinically increases your testosterone levels in your blood.
Testosterone.
Testosterone. And
Judy finally came to the table.
and that's why the pigs go smell truffles, is that it comes through the olfactory, and they get a big rush of testosterone. And it
Hey,
helps
when are
with
we getting this?
and so he's kind of duplicated that experience. He found stuff that was a little more reasonably priced, because truffles are very expensive. I think there's pine pollen and other ingredients he puts in here. Great smell, but that's partly why you shine, and it works on women just as really well too. And it awakens your libido. It helps you be skinnier in the world. I mean, it does a whole lot of pretty amazing things for men and for women. And then this increases your human growth hormone and helps you sleep and rejuvenate overnight when you're sleeping. It's not just sleep. It increases your human growth hormones, and again, clinically does that. And you wake up refreshed, much more rejuvenated. So these are going to be very powerful products when you combine them with the patches. And as I said, the sampling, the only thing bad about it, there's one bad thing. They last too long. I mean, you do want products that people like consume, and I think you could get 3 months out of one of these bottles, normal use. I mean, but the good side, on the flip side of the coin, I mean, is that you can do a whole lot of sampling for very little money and get a lot of attention. Everyone's going to want a little spritz on their wrist. And
When
then,
are they coming out?
in the United States in about 2 weeks, and in Canada they said probably within January or February.
Oh, that's going to be great. So thank you so much for sharing that, Kai. And I heard quite a bit about it from Judy and Jocelyn and Erwin as well.
Judy
So-
had her finger up too. She wanted to say something.
Yeah, I just wanted to add, Kai was talking about how, we should be talking, and Wilmer, I think too, that we should be talking about these products that we can get in Canada, Icewave and Alavida Trio. Well, did you know that tomorrow 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, David Schmidt himself will be talking about Alavida. So this is an opportunity to get everybody on that call and then follow them up and say, when would you like to get your Alavida trio? I mean, it's just a perfect lead in. So I thought I should just announce that, Pete, that we don't want to miss that, a product call. Sorry, not tomorrow, Thursday, 2 days from now at 11 a.m. No, it's tomorrow. It's Wednesday. It is on Wednesday, 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for sharing that, Judy. So put that on your calendars, guys, tomorrow.
And I know Carola, I can't even say your name. She's going to be probably posting something in the Lifewave like she often does, right?
Awesome. Yeah, Carola, if you could please
Carola?
update on that and keep that post flowing, that would be greatly appreciated. Now, guys, there's one link that I did post in the chat. So I want everybody just to go over to the chat here. Sometimes we miss the chat, and I want to make sure I put some emphasis on this, especially in this time in Canada, where IceWave becomes a very, very hot topic. I would like for all of you, if you haven't gone to this Aches and Gains podcast by Dr. Paul Christo, I want everyone to save the 2 links. I posted in the chat because they'll be gone after the webinar X is out. Put them on a notepad, wherever, and go listen to them. They're short. They're years ago. Dr. Paul Christo is the leading pain management clinic, I think a Harvard graduate out of Massachusetts or somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where he is, but he interviews David Schmidt, and they talk. The topic is pain. Aches and Gains is the name of the podcast. It's massive. And this was done years ago. And he also interviewed Suzanne Summers on the Aches and Gains podcast. This podcast is something that if you haven't listened to the recording of this, I would highly recommend that you do so. I would highly recommend that you share it with your prospects and people that are in pain. You heard the pain statistics from Jocelyn and Erwin. I mean, they're talking about how many people actually are in pain in this country. And IceWave is a very, very big topic on this Aches and Gains podcast. So leave it to Dr. Paul Christo and let him do the sharing. And you do just share this. Let him tell the story. David Schmidt comes in there, does a genius job of explaining the technology, where sometimes we get stuck on sharing things. Just take advantage of this and go and share it with your prospects and ask them to watch the first one first. And when they've replied back to you and what they like the most about the first one, then send them the second link and tell them you'll only send them the second link after they told you what they liked the most about the first link. So it's a really good technique again to get people coming back to you and saying, wow, you know what, Wilmer or Judy or Erwin or Jocelyn, Carola, I really want to hear more. I want to get the second link. I want to know what's going on. I want to know what Susan Summers says in part 2. So curiosity is always an amazing thing to generate with your clients. So just a technique for you guys and to share. So we're getting to the top of the hour here, guys. We started a little bit late. We're just a few minutes past the top of the hour right now. So we always try to keep our meetings minimum or maximum an hour. So I'm going to end it on that note, unless anybody else has anything to share. Judy, if you have anything you want to add here in closing, I'm going to turn it over to you or Kai, and then we'll end the recording. We can stay here and just chat for those that want to have some questions answered after the recording ends. So Judy, back to you. If there's no final thing to add here, we'll end the recording.
No, I think we've added what we needed to and reminded people of the various webinars that are coming up. So again, tomorrow, Wednesday, so I don't confuse everybody, Wednesday is David Schmidt, 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time in Alavida. And Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, yours truly will be presenting a PowerPoint presentation on Lifewave and specifically IceWave and Alavida with Garrett Johnson. That's everything, I think, and stay on and we can do a live Q&A, but back over to you, Kai, and maybe you could end the recording if you want to say any last words.
Nope, I want to say good night, and everyone, thanks so much for being here. We really appreciate your time and your passion. Thank you.
And one more last reminder before you finish, Kai, that our next meeting is going to be December Tuesday, the first Tuesday of December, which is December the 6th at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for this success team call. Thanks so much, Kai.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Kai.
Judy.
Thanks, Judy.
Thank you,
Thank
Pete.
you to everyone. And
Thank you,
have
guys.
a wonderful night.
Thank you.